2025 is our year, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It is Monday, the 10th of February, 2025. I know it is because I am expecting my update to my credit report. I can get the numbers I want to really get the loan that I want to buy a property. And even if I don't buy a property, at least around here, at least my credit score will be up, which you can't do better than that. And I'm still cleaning up the credit reports to get rid of some more bad information that's on there, but because of the gross corruption at, I should say, quantify that, with the alleged gross corruption that I've been hearing about over at the former CFPB, and that's why it was closed down. And however, 2025 is our year, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you why. Short version is, if you do not, come on, think of other people. Do not. Anyway, yes. Now, I'm sorry for not putting up a video this weekend, but I wasn't watching the Super Bowl, that sports entertainment stuff. No, we don't do that here. What entertains me? Making money. And since you're a follower of this channel, you want to make some money. You know, build some success, leave a legacy. Don't make money for the sake of making money. That's just greedy. But the point is, and I just put up 2 great videos on these topics this very morning. So make sure you follow me on X. That's where I posted it. One from Rich at Common Sense Crypto, and the other Michael Bordenaro. Now, and I'll tag them in here so you can find them. Legit accounts, not any fakers or haters. But here's the thing. Let me go back to CFPB. Allegedly, it was shut down because of it being, and I posted this on X too, it being a basically like a parallel to the Gestapo within the realm of finance. And what I was hearing was insane to me. I never knew. Now, and I'm huge on understanding how things work. I didn't know they were like this. So again, these are only allegations that I heard, so yeah, it's not like we can hear about it in court, because supposedly their tribunal decisions were final, and there is no option to pursue justice within a court environment. So it was just a very shocking and intensely shocking thing to learn about. But I digress. We are in a unique spot where, if we continue to be patient, a lot of bad drivers this morning, as usual. If we continue to be patient and don't give into this manufactured hype, and I've been stressing this for the past few videos, this hype is all manufactured. Anyone who has had experience, and I'm very fortunate in this regard, experience investing and just waiting it out, you know how tough it is to wait it out. It is, when you first start off investing, being an individual investor, it is extremely, let's just say you'll find out how impatient you really are as you become an independent or individual investor. But that's part of the process, because you have to become what the term qualified investor means. I'm not sure. I think they just use it in the UK. In the US, the term accredited investor is always bantered about, and that's just basically a money measurement. But qualified investors, from what I know of the UK model, are like you really have to be qualified in understanding personal finance. Now, maybe that's a result of their education system. I don't know, but here's where I'm going with all this. Short version, you gotta set up LLCs. You gotta move things into real estate, but do it prudently. Now, I'm not saying buy apartment houses. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm saying if you find, like, let's say you're into condos, because what I've learned from my real estate shopping journey is you want to own a condo as opposed to a co-op. Now, a friend of mine said that there is a good side to co-ops in that the co-op board can remove terrible tenants, and that's a valid point. They can do that. But you know, you always hear about the co-op Karen who has nothing better to do, and so she just runs around and constantly gets reelected. So people just, shut her up, so to speak. And condo Ken, condo Karen, it doesn't matter what gender you are or whatever. But yes, it's condo with the right setup, where the financials are right for the building. That's the way to go. And again, it's about measurement and learning how these things work, and understanding the financials. Now, another thing to look at is the single family home. I'm not big on this whole thing of these multifamily homes that are rentals. Because it's just, you're really kind of at the mercy of your neighbors. It's just uncomfortable, at least for me. Maybe you can live with that, I don't know. But, as a landlord, you put up with a lot. And I have a great landlord right now. The guy's awesome. It's kind of a weird setup I have. But at least from a business structure perspective, I still can't actually define what it is from my knowledge of a legal and business standpoint. But guy's great. One of the things that I want to get into is that if you own a single family home, you have to be ready for the upkeeps on this. And this is where, don't go in saying, oh, we can just afford it. No, then the insurance goes up and now you can't pay your bills. What is that? And that ties in with your credit score, what I was first talking about. You got to get that credit score up there. You got to stop leaning on your credit cards with their 30% interest. If you're stuck, go here onto the page of the late Jay Woodfin, the gentleman I made a video about who passed away in December. Wonderful guy. And from everything I've seen, it's how he explains infinite banking with credit cards and paying them off. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And again, you have to be patient on this. So here's where I'm going. Now, I got a lot of middle-aged crypto holders that follow me. Cool. Got quite a few in their 20s who are following me. Also cool. Mostly US. So here's where I'm going. Do things in tandem and have a goal. Now, a lot of people just say that and don't tell you what goal, at least that, I'm not saying what you should have, because this is not advice, it's not financial, legal, nor tax advice, nor business advice, nor any kind of advice whatsoever. This is my conjecture. Now, where I'm going with this is my goal is to have LLCs and trusts. Trusts for the properties I own, LLC for the companies I own, including a holding LLC, a holding company for my cryptos. Now, in order to do that, you have to have an inventory of your cryptos. Yesterday, I sat down and started working on an audit of all my cryptos. How many people even understand what that means, let alone actually do it? But the people that follow this channel are exceptional. You are. And because you are, you have to learn about what these things are. So understand what an audit is. An audit is you review, and don't listen to this new stuff. An audit is where you go through every transaction. I was going to say go to every penny, but in what we do, there are no pennies. There are hundreds and thousands of a penny. Yes, you got to do that. Does it suck? Yeah, it sucks. You know, some people have fun with it. I don't know if that's for you. Great. People say, "Oh, I'll just pay for it." Really? You're still on the hook. Try it. Why? You know, the money people spend on that's money spent out of laziness. Now, if you in fact try and you're not certain that you did it right, etc., well, here's the thing. Then you go ahead to one of the professionals, the tax professionals. Make sure you look up a crypto tax professional. Gosh, what's the gentleman's name? I follow him on X. I'll try to tag him in this. I remember I moderated an interview with him. Really nice guy. I follow a couple of crypto tax people who are accountants. One's a tax attorney. I think both are tax attorneys now that I think about it. But I'll try to remember to put that in there. But here's the thing. Your goal is to set up these LLCs. Why? Purportedly there are benefits to it. Having these certain LLCs are supposedly good for you from a tax standpoint. Now, definitely, this is where you spend money. You speak to a tax attorney on this, a tax professional. Maybe it's an accountant who can answer these questions correctly for you. Either way, you're still on the hook. If you stay individual, if you set up company, you're still on the hook. If a mistake is made and you just said, "Oh, I'll just have them do it," and this mistake is made, you're on the hook because you signed off on it and it's your stuff. You have to take personal responsibility. People go, "Oh, I don't want to do that." Okay, whatever. But people that follow this channel, we don't care about silliness. We care about advancing our lives here. Now, yeah, will you be a billionaire? And I don't know. Maybe you will. But that's not our focus here. There are other channels for that. What we're focused on is developing ourselves to our personal best. So, you want to own real estate? At least this is my goal. My goal. You just focus on myself, and you make a decision for yourself. You know, you develop your own conjecture, your thoughts. Sit down, turn off that bloody TV. Just sit there and think. Think about, what do you want to own? Why do you want to own it? And what do you want to have? What do you want to do? Now, depending on your age bracket, you want to leave that legacy for any children, grandchildren you may have, or if you're childless, you may be someone who has different organizations that you really believe in. And if you haven't sat down and thought about this, if you're childless, or at least you have no children that you know of, and you make a ton of money, what happens when you die? Where's it going to go? What type of legacy are you going to leave behind? That's called a foundation. So you're going to be rich, just like I am. And you don't have to be a super billionaire. Get those ideas out of your head. You just have to have a good amount of money that you don't need to do any BS stuff. You can follow your dreams. You can retire. You can celebrate life every day. That's your goal, at least for me. So you want to set up a foundation where your ideals continue on as your legacy. Now, what are some other things? Okay, let's put legacy on the side. I think you get my point. You're also going to need to consider financial stability and, more importantly, arguably, asset stability, because they run in tandem. They're not inherently the same, although they're similar. A lot of people would just talk about asset preservation. That's cool. Now, the reason why I say real estate, you always need a place to live. You always need a place to go to. You may have friends who fall on hard times. You might just want to say, hey, stay at my place at wherever. Yeah, people you care about, friends, family, what have you. You want to have options. Give yourself options here. I'd say just turn off the TV, throw it out, get rid of the cable bill, and just go out there and really enjoy life. In order to do that, have these capabilities, you're going to want to understand the basics of individual investing. Why people always say go to gold. Yeah, gold doesn't pay you cash every week, true, but it's still currently a measurement of value, and as inflation increases, the value of gold increases as well. And you could say the same about other precious metals. I'm not a precious metals expert, I'm just a guy on YouTube. But from what I know, precious metals, it's an awesome backup in case all the power fails. And of course, we've already discussed the other things from whiskey to food and all that. All this gets expensive. So you need to occupy your time not with using your credit cards to put a bet on a football entertainment game. Come on, don't be ridiculous. But, yeah, Bordenaro covers in his video. People have done it. I'm amazed. Anyway, yes, you need to pay off those credit cards, ladies and gentlemen. There are no fairy godmothers. We've discussed this. You need to pay them off. You need to hunker down. You need to get a second job. You need to work overtime. Does it suck? Of course it sucks. But it is what it is. And we have no choice. So I'm going to try to wind this up. Yeah, definitely get your assets in order. Pay off your liabilities. And just get ready to hold it down. Because I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get tough for a very long period of time. All right, I'm going to go. Everyone take care. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share. And let me know what you think. I always appreciate your comments. I always do. And some of your comments really get me to thinking. I'm like, yeah. So I go through all the steps. But thank you very much for your comments. I do appreciate it. And I'm going to try to remember everyone I mentioned in this video to tag them, because I like to give credit where credit is due. If I miss you, it's just an accidental oversight. Don't think that I'm forgetting you. I do appreciate you just as much as I appreciate my followers. I appreciate the content creators. I'm big on giving credit where it's due. So in any case, I'm going to get my tail into work and try to do a good job today. And I wish everyone the best. Thank you. Take care. Bye.